What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Daily Chat Season 7, Episode 6 for March 16th, 2022. How's everybody doing today? What is going on? I got 3 good stories from the business and tech world today, so let's jump right into it with, well, Amazon. Everybody's love-hate favorite company in the world that's not Google, Microsoft, or I wanna say IBM? Maybe? I don't know. Anyways, who cares? So, these workers staged a walkout demanding a $3 raise. This happened in New York and Washington, D.C., and not only did they want a $3 raise, they also wanted extra, longer breaks, 20-minute breaks, which is more than fair, considering the average break time is about 30 minutes to an hour. I feel 20 minutes is more than reasonable enough. During this walkout, they have gone on to say that they are just not paid enough for how much they work. They're paid anywhere between $15.75 and $17.25 per hour. That is not a lot of money, especially when you factor in the cost of living for these particular areas. Living in New York and in Washington is extraordinarily expensive. These are not cheap cities. This isn't like living in the middle of Butt-Ton, Idaho, or Ohio, or Iowa. No, these are like very expensive metro areas to be in. And asking for a $3 raise, I'll be straight with you, is still too low. They're still not going to make enough. If you have to calculate how much what is $3? If you have to calculate what is $3 to somebody, $3 is $6,000 a year. That's what that is. Every dollar that you add to your paycheck is an extra $2,000 every year. So every $5 is $10,000. It's a decent amount of money, and this is not something that Amazon can't afford. They can easily afford this. Hell, they could afford to pay all their workers an extra $20 an hour and still not appreciably affect the bottom line. They could no problem handle this. And for what these workers go through, for what they put up with, it's really almost criminal how poorly they are treated. In this, I'm not, super liberal one way. I'm not super conservative the other. I'm just a normal person with normal common sense. These people work extremely hard. They should be paid well for their efforts. Yes, it is low skilled labor in terms of throwing boxes on a conveyor belt. And for those of you who say, well, what the hell do you know, fatty? I worked at the Walmart warehouse. I was there. I've done this. I've done their job. It is not simple. It is extremely hard because you have to meet quotas, you have to meet speeds, you have to do a lot of stuff with a lot of high-level precision. It's crazy how much they work you like a slave at these warehouses. In fact, it got to be so bad that they actually had to call in the managers to cover for these workers. That's something that I'm happy that the managers actually had to get off their ass and do something for once in their life. But yes, $3 an hour is what these people want. And the weird thing is that one of these warehouses, there's a Nordstrom's location, a warehouse across the street that pays $19 an hour starting. So I know Amazon has a corner on the market and I know that they have control over these kind of things, but still, when your competition is across the street offering so much more money, that's really hard to compete with because you are not going to get all the talent then. All the talent's going to go to the higher paying job. And when you think $15.75 an hour or $19 an hour, that you're not winning that battle. Your brand name is not strong enough for people to say, I want to get paid less to work at this warehouse. But I hope these workers get what they want. I hope these workers do get the money and do get the breaks because they 100% deserve it. And for that sound that you guys hear just now, that is the furnace kicking on, and I apologize. Next story. Netflix is going to charge you more money for more people. That's right. If you are one of these people who would share their password willy-nilly with girlfriends and friends and your friend's dog and your dog's friend's cat, well, those days are coming to an end because they are currently testing out in 3, albeit poor people areas, Peru, Costa Rica, and Chile. They're testing out a pricing plan for people who share passwords with non-family members. And they're going to give you the option to pay a little bit extra for every other person you want to add on. So you can see here, The basic price plans, I'm going to ignore Peru and Chile just because these aren't real currencies. These are wingding numbers. But Costa Rica, American dollars, numbers that matter. You see here the price of the plans, and then the extra person charge is going to be $3 USD. Wow, if they pay this fee, they can pay the Amazon workers this fee. They can actually get their money from Netflix. Oh my god, it's brilliant. But anyways, moving on. They will charge you $3 more for every extra member you want to add. And how are they going to do this? I'm not exactly sure. I would assume it has to do something with geotagging and IP tracing. I would have to imagine that's how they're tracking it. But of course, they do say this is a speculative thing and they might not roll it out. In my heart of hearts, you're getting this feature. They might not roll out a lot of quality of life things. They are 100% going to roll out the thing that makes them more money. They are getting this feature put into America probably by middle of next year, if not by the end of this year. So be prepared. If you are sharing your passwords, you might want to claw those things back, change them, or be prepared to pay an extra $3 every single month for every person you want to add. And in our final story tonight, we are going to look at AMD. We know from their last conference that they announced the 5800 3D chip, which has way more L3 cache by stacking chips on top of it. But they're actually going to refresh the line a little bit by offering some new SKUs. And those new SKUs you can see here on the screen are the 5700, the 5500 R5, the 4500 R5, and the 4100 R3. First off, I didn't even know they were making the R3 chip anymore. I thought they discontinued that thing ages ago. But you can see here from the chart from AnandTech that the 4500 and the 4100 are built on the Zen 2 architectures. You know what? At this price point, at $99 and $130, you don't need the latest chip technology for sure. You're probably using this for a home theater. You're probably using this for a home server. These are not high power chips that you need. The one thing I am disappointed though with is they disabled the iGPU inside of these. If the iGPU was still enabled, these would be the best value chips on the market going today for the APU series. By far. But unfortunately, that's not how it goes. But if you do need an extraordinarily cheap 6-core 12-thread, hey, you can't go wrong with the 4500. And you can see here the 5700, it's a little bit cheaper, $299. It has some cut down cache. But you know what? That's not the worst thing in the world. Here you go, man. AMD is giving the people what they want, especially to combat Intel's new upcoming series of chips. This is a great offering, and I think it's going to be a good way to kind of stem the tide while we wait for the next series of chips to come out. So these are very good value. I personally am a huge fan of the 5500. If you're doing anything like a home server, home streaming server, this will probably be a great chip for you to have. If you're doing a home Plex server, I would definitely go with the 5600G just to have the integrated GPU. Home streaming server, you don't really need to have, a RTX card in there. You kind of just need a video out. So this is perfect for what you need. But other than that, guys, that is everything I have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Daily Chat. My name is Arif. This has been Daily Chat episode 6 for season 7, and I'll see all of you on the next episode.